India is facing an air pollution crisis. The air quality in many cities regularly reaches hazardous levels. Millions of citizens are breathing in toxic fumes every day. This is not a new problem for India. However, the severity of the situation is increasing. The health and well-being of millions are at stake. The situation is particularly alarming in northern India. The capital, New Delhi, consistently ranks among the most polluted cities globally. Other major cities like Mumbai, Kolkata and Bangalore are also grappling with deteriorating air quality. The most recent data paints a grim picture. It shows alarming levels of particulate matter, especially PM2.5. These tiny particles can penetrate deep into the lungs, causing serious health problems. The air quality in India typically worsens during the winter months. This is due to a combination of factors. These include crop burning in neighboring states, industrial emissions, and vehicular pollution. The geographical location of northern India exacerbates the problem. The region's topography traps pollutants, leading to a thick blanket of smog. Despite the alarming situation, there is hope. The Indian government has implemented various measures to combat air pollution. These include promoting cleaner fuels, encouraging public transport, and implementing stricter emission standards for vehicles and industries. However, more needs to be done. Addressing this crisis requires a multifaceted approach. The causes of India's air pollution are complex and interconnected. They stem from a combination of factors, including rapid industrialization, urbanization, and a growing population. One major contributor is vehicular emissions. With increasing car ownership, exhaust fumes have become a significant source of pollutants. This is particularly problematic in congested urban areas. Industrial emissions are another major culprit. Factories and power plants release a cocktail of harmful gases and particulate matter. While regulations exist, their enforcement remains a challenge. The agricultural sector also plays a role in air pollution. The burning of crop residue, particularly in northern India, releases massive amounts of smoke and pollutants into the atmosphere. Construction activities, a common sight in India's booming cities, contribute to dust and particulate matter in the air. The lack of proper waste management practices further exacerbates the problem. The burning of garbage, often containing plastic and other harmful materials, releases toxic fumes into the environment. Seasonal factors also play a role. During the winter months, meteorological conditions such as low wind speeds and temperature inversions trap pollutants near the ground. This results in a thick layer of smog, particularly in northern India. The situation is often worsened by the Diwali festival, during which the bursting of firecrackers releases massive amounts of smoke and pollutants. The impact of air pollution on human health is devastating. Prolonged exposure to polluted air can lead to a range of respiratory and cardiovascular diseases, including asthma, lung cancer, and heart attacks. Children and the elderly are particularly vulnerable to the adverse effects of air pollution. Studies have shown a strong correlation between air pollution and respiratory problems in children. Children living in highly polluted areas are more likely to develop asthma, bronchitis, and other respiratory illnesses. The developing lungs of children are particularly susceptible to damage from air pollutants. This can have long-term consequences for their health. The elderly are also at increased risk. Air pollution can exacerbate existing heart and lung conditions, leading to hospitalizations and even premature death. The elderly often have weakened immune systems, making them more susceptible to the harmful effects of air pollution. The economic costs of air pollution are also significant. Increased healthcare expenses, reduced productivity due to illness, and damage to crops and infrastructure all contribute to a substantial economic burden. The World Bank estimates that air pollution costs India billions of dollars annually. This highlights the urgent need for effective measures to address this crisis. Addressing India's air pollution crisis requires a multi-pronged approach involving government policies, technological advancements, and individual actions. One crucial step is transitioning to cleaner sources of energy. This includes promoting renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power and reducing reliance on coal-fired power plants. Improving public transportation systems is essential to reduce vehicular emissions. This includes expanding metro rail networks, promoting electric buses, and encouraging cycling and walking. Stricter emission standards for vehicles and industries are crucial. Regular monitoring and enforcement of these standards are essential to ensure compliance. Promoting sustainable agricultural practices is key to reducing air pollution from crop residue burning. This includes providing farmers with alternatives to burning, such as using crop residues for biofuel production or composting. Raising public awareness about the dangers of air pollution and encouraging individual actions is vital. This includes promoting the use of public transport, carpooling and cycling. The fight against air pollution requires a collective effort. Citizens, policymakers, industries and civil society organizations must work together to create a cleaner and healthier India. By implementing effective solutions and adopting sustainable practices, it is possible to clear the air and secure a healthier future for generations to come.